Hey guys, welcome to the Daily Collegian UMass Postgame Show. UMass basketball came away with the 64-50 victory over Holy Cross. This snaps their 4-game losing streak. They are now 4-5 on the season. They started off, I think, kind of slow again. It was the first 4 minutes and they only scored 2 points. They stepped it up though, especially in that second half. And I would say that defense stepped up more than anything, Tori.
Yeah, and we talked about it during the post-game press conference. McCall, after a shot clock violation in the second half, was kind of walking down the bench with his fist clenched. You know, he was really excited to see that defensive effort, and it was as hard as we saw them play on defense all season. They had 3 shot clock violations. They had a lot of really good possessions defensively. I mean, with 4 minutes left in the second half, they'd only given up, I think, 9 points in the second half, and Holy Cross put a couple buckets in the next couple minutes. But through that 15-minute stretch, man, they were really tough on defense.
Yeah, Tom, what did you see from the defense?
I mean, they pressed the whole game, which was obviously took them out of their rhythm. Holy Cross likes to play a half-court game, taking them out of that rhythm. But if you can hold a team to 19 points and a half, you're generally going to have a good chance of winning that game. So if they can get that kind of, you're not going to get that low of a number, but if you can keep them at that rate, you're going to have good results.
I mean, and the offense itself wasn't really the best thing. I mean, he only scored 64 points, UMass did, and the scoring, the top scorer was Lawan Pickens with 13 points. But I think it was interesting because it was balanced. It was a very balanced scoring effort. Lawan had 13, CJ had 10, Malik Hines had 10, and Unique McLean had 11. So they were all kind of balanced, especially in the second half. I mean, Lawan didn't score in the second half at all. So that balanced effort, I think, was combined with a good defense. I mean, that balanced effort definitely is something that maybe going forward it might be what this team needs in a situation when they don't have that primary score, when Lawan's not sinking seven three-pointers. But I think the other biggest thing that this offense did was that they drew fouls. They went to the line 22 times, something that Matt McCall is extremely excited for in the post-game breakfast conference. They went to the line 22 times and hit 20 of their free throws. In the combined games between BYU and I think it was BYU and Quinnipiac, South Carolina and Quinnipiac, they only went to the free throw line in those 2 games combined 10 times. So that gives you a little bit of a perspective as how much 22. I mean, that's 23 points. I mean, that's essentially the game almost right there. That is the game. Those is what they went to the line with. I mean, what you really see, Tori, I mean, from going to the line, it was kind of a start-to-finish thing also.
Yeah, and Coach talked about it where after going to the line all of 5 times against South Carolina,
Right.
He's like, we were just happy to be there.
Yeah.
And we were just happy I mean, they were just a little bit more aggressive going to the basket. Guys were going up strong and they were getting the calls, and that's really what happens when you go up strong. If guys hack you, you're going to get those calls, especially at home. And you know, that was pretty big for them that they got to the line so much early. I think they shot 10 or 12 free throws just in the first half. And just to quickly touch on the balanced scoring, I mean, if you keep going down that list, I think Carl had 9 and Ray Miller had 8. You know, there was like 7 guys between 8 and 13 points.
Right.
And there was only 2 other guys that played. So everyone was just in this really kind of balanced scoring attack, which, you know, Pitt didn't score in the second half. And they really shared on the ball. And the fact they got to the line so much, I think, kind of helped them establish an offensive rhythm, even though they didn't have, you know, their shooting from deep wasn't spectacular.
And yeah, you can go.
Well, no, just I don't think touching on the free throws. It's, you know, they can blame the refs all they want for the last games, but if you're aggressive, you're going to get to the line. They're the easiest points you're going to get in basketball. So if they got to keep getting to the line like they did tonight. They got to stay aggressive on the offensive end and getting everyone involved. It keeps everyone into the game, and that translates to the defensive end too. If you hit a shot on offense, you play a little harder on defense. So getting everyone involved on offense pays dividends throughout the whole game.
And I think one thing that we touched on, you know, while we were talking during the game was the fact that the one guy that really didn't get an offensive rhythm going tonight and didn't get to the line at all was Rashawn Holloway. And we were wondering, you know, there was a play in the first half where he got under the basket and he's fading away. And it's like, you're 6'11", 300 pounds. Why are you fading away? You know, if the guy, he should be at the line 10, 12 times a game if he goes up strong. I'd love to see him really kind of get comfortable doing that, because if he can do that and he's going up strong, what's anyone going to do to him?
Yeah, it's a tough game to get Rashawn going in the post with the zone, but I think they're going to have to find ways to get him going offensively.
Yeah,
because he's such a force. If you can get him the ball and get him those easy looks, he's shooting. He's got to be close to 60% from the field on the year when he's hitting this shot.
And if he's going up strong, who's stopping Rashawn Holloway?
No. And he only played 10 minutes again tonight. I mean, I think it was 16 against South Carolina, so his minutes have been limited. This time he only drew 3 fouls, so I wouldn't say it was so much foul trouble that got him there. I think it was the rest of the lineup working well together.
But it's 3 fouls in 10 minutes. You know, it's not 3 fouls in 35 minutes. He really was in foul trouble. I mean, that's a lot of fouls to pick up in 10 minutes, and that was part of the reason that McCall kind of the fact that he was he had 2 quick fouls in the span of like 2-3 minutes, and he couldn't really get an offensive rhythm going, is why McCall kind of went to that 6-man rotation that didn't include his star big man, which is kind of tough.
Also, Malik Hines is working for him.
I mean,
when it's working, I mean, why not change it?
Literally all me and Tommy talk about is Malik Hines 11-10, 10-9, 12-8, 13-10 every game. He is so consistent.
of the men's team.
He's so consistent, and that's big for this team to have a consistent big guy underneath when Rashawn isn't really getting it going.
So I think that's going to do it for us here. UMass is back here at the Mullins Center Saturday against Providence, I believe 3 o'clock. Providence, long-time rival, I guess you could say, playing like every year.
Should be a good
So
I'll be there. He'll be there.
we'll all be there. All right.
Caroline will be there.
We'll catch you again there later. Thanks, guys.
Bye.